I was born in January 1945, at the very end of World War II, a time when the United Kingdom was emerging from the shadows of conflict and beginning a long process of rebuilding. I grew up during a period when coal nationalization, a wave of new immigrant communities, and the birth of the National Health Service brought hope and transformation to a nation eager for recovery. In the 1950s, life took on a new rhythm. The Festival of Britain celebrated innovation, and the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II infused the country with a sense of renewal. It was a decade of striking change, marked by bold political moves, major infrastructure developments, and the early stirrings of what would become a lifelong journey into education and self-discovery. The 1960s ushered in profound social and educational reforms. I still remember stepping through the doors of Birmingham University in 1963 as one of the first working-class students to study chemistry. That decade was not only about personal milestones, but also a time when England celebrated sporting triumphs and witnessed groundbreaking social legislation. From the liberalization of laws governing personal freedoms to reforms in divorce and equal pay. It was a period that redefined our society, challenging old norms and embracing progress. The 1970s brought with them both opportunities and challenges. Political power shifted, the costs of living soared, and civil unrest became a stark reminder of the struggles embedded within society. Amid these turbulent times, decisions were made that reshaped the economic and cultural landscape of the UK, and my personal journey, like that of the nation, was swept along by this tide of change. As the 1980s unfolded, the nation experienced further transformation. Economic hardships, high unemployment, and widespread protests defined the era, while groundbreaking technological shifts like the emergence of the World Wide Web hinted at future possibilities. Margaret Thatcher's sweeping policies and the privatization drive left an indelible mark on British society, even as I transitioned from the commercial world into a role in education, sharing my experiences and insights with others. The 1990s saw the rise of new leadership under Tony Blair, a time of political recalibration and bold infrastructural projects that promised a modern Britain. Despite the backdrop of global events and lingering domestic challenges, the decade was one of reflection and adaptation, both for me and the country. The 2000s were marked by global uncertainties. From health crises to economic downturns, each event left a deep imprint on the collective national memory, challenging us to rethink our future. Personal and communal struggles intertwined, echoing the sentiment that every generation must face its own trials and emerge stronger. In the 2010s, the return of the Conservatives and the advent of austerity measures coincided with moments of national pride and profound challenge, from the unifying spirit of the Olympic Games to the unprecedented impact of a global pandemic. These years reminded us that change, whether celebrated or contested, is a constant force in our lives. Now, in the 2020s, the file of history continues to be written. Political shifts and evolving economic landscapes signal a future that is both uncertain and filled with potential. Reflecting on these 8 decades, I see a continuous narrative of transformation, a journey where personal experiences have intertwined with the story of a nation, each decade building upon the last. This is not just my story, but the chronicle of the United Kingdom, a testament to resilience, innovation, and the enduring spirit of change. Join me as we revisit these defining moments and explore the evolution of a country that has forever moved forward, carrying the lessons of the past into an ever-unfolding future.